There are many hidden emotional costs of divorce that people don't often consider. How will your children view you differently? How will your community view you differently? What's the impact not just on the relationship with your spouse, but the relationship with family, friends, and the wider community? Beginning to think through how your relationships with others will change will help you build the support network that you need in order to thrive through divorce. It's important in addressing the emotional costs of divorce to consider who will stay in the church, who will leave the church, who will stay in the book club or the social club or the country club, who might choose another place for their social network. Relationships are impacted by divorce, not just the immediate relationship, but the relationships throughout the community, throughout the family, and certainly with the children. So think through who you will be, where you will be post-divorce, and what all of your relationships will look like once the divorce is over. Divorce affects your daily life in ways you may not expect. Certainly, you're used to running the children to all of their activities, but when they're in two households and there are two sets of parents making decisions about who's going to get where when, there are lots of challenges. Thankfully, today, technology and software gives parents some resources in order to organize how they are going to get the children where they need to be, when they need to be there. There are things like Our Family Wizard, even just Google Calendars and shared calendars. But the thing to think of is how you're going to handle those logistics. No one wants to be in their respective households and realize they thought the other parent was going to pick their child up after softball practice. Many people don't consider the long-term financial aspects of divorce. You're no longer with the family income maintaining one household, you're maintaining two households. And so those expenses can surprise you, especially if you haven't been the one in the couple handling and managing the money. The other long-term impact of divorce has to do with how you will provide for your children post-divorce and in terms of emergency or crisis planning. So thinking through an immediate plan for how to financially provide for yourself and your children, and how, if you're facing crisis and, heaven forbid something happens to you where your children need financial support without you, thinking through the whole picture and understanding how divorce will impact your finances now and in the future is very important. Michael, our founding attorney, and I, as the Chief Operating Officer for the Manili firm PC, built our firm around our own life experience as divorced parents and parents of a blended family. We have real-life lessons from divorce and things you don't know until you've lived it. For example, we've spent hours in the waiting room with our exes while we were waiting for our first grandchild to be born. We've attended weddings and wedding showers and baby showers and birthday parties together. When you're going through divorce, often you're not thinking that far ahead, but how you conduct yourself through divorce and the decisions you make during divorce will matter years later when you're still family. We know that, and we share that perspective with our clients. There are things that people don't tell you about divorce. As a family who has experienced divorce and blended a family, our founding partner, Michael Manili, and I know that we've lived things we can share. We know we're delivering legal care, not just legal service. And we guide and coach so that the decisions you make today put you on the path toward your hopes, dreams, and aspirations for you and your family in the future. When you're facing divorce, call us at the Manili Firm PC.